Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel and come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. There we go. And it looks like I better add Artemis to the list. And you'd almost think that Stress Killer was first on the list. Because Stress Killer, you're up, and you've already shared.
Yep, I did. Sorry.
That's okay.
This one is from Paloma, and she went to an event in her city, I think, and it's something to do with Catholic Church. I'm not very known with the church anyway, so sorry for that. But I found it amazing the big pile of flowers that they have in the middle of a square, and it's from her words, it's a nice sense as well.
Looks like some sort of a flower festival. What part of the world is she in?
Spain.
Spain. So it's late in the season for
Yeah, she
them.
lives in Zaragoza, Spain, and that is the festival honoring the Virgin Mary, the Virgin the Pilar.
Ah.
That every year with flowers. It's wonderful.
So I was kind of wondering why they would pile up a bunch of flowers like that. It would seem kind of wasteful, but it's also kind of the end of the season too. So that's not wasteful. It's making good use of the end of the season.
That's a lot of
Probably.
compost.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Also, a lot of macro photography possibilities. Yeah.
true enough. Hi, Amy. That's pretty. That's for sure. Thank you,
Yeah,
Stress.
I've never seen it before, so I thought, well, it's a nice one to share.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. I gather that Spain has a lot of festivals that they celebrate. Heard of a few others
From
through
my
a
guess
friend.
is that they are still very religious there. So yes.
Ah, and Chi, you are up. Hello, you are up. And she just arrived at Port 6 by saying hello. Port 6? I kind of wonder if maybe the setting or
I'm
the
trying.
radio.
I'm so sorry.
Pardon?
I'm trying to post my. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to post my link, but I think my Discord is having a little difficulty. I'll be back very soon. I'm so sorry.
Okay, give it a shot. See if you can get it. If not, we'll move to Harris and then come back to you with Discord. Sometimes likes acting up. There, let's see. She's typing. There, she got it. All right. Yeah, your preview didn't show, but that's okay. I've got it up on the screen.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good
The
evening.
post I drop is about. It's about me growing up. I've always wanted to be a cook, as a chef. But my dad was always saying he doesn't want his children to suffer. He wants his children around. He doesn't want us to do any hard job and all. And I cried for some nights. I felt bad because it is what I really wanted to do. It's my passion. And I secretly went to culinary schools and all, but he just found a way to bring me back, and I still do it. But I'm thinking now that I've grown, I've left his house, I would go back to cooking. Yeah.
Good plan. Go after your passion.
Yeah.
Good idea. All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Chi. Harris, you are up. Hello, Leslie. And I see Harris typing. All right, Harris, tell us about this.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
What is your post about?
Yeah. So this year I started Hive with quite a lot of difficulties, and that post is an appreciation post to everybody that assisted me this year. Though I didn't mention a lot of people, but I mentioned a few. Worthy of note is the Kitty Girl and Shadows. So I want to use this opportunity since your names are not in that post. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate both of you for your support through all the things I've been going through in Hive. I don't want to mention them here though, but you know what I'm talking about. So also I called a few names in that post, like Solar Warrior, the Stay Out of the Red Zone, Mets, and a lot of them though, just a few. And also I still appreciated the members of Sci-Fi Multiverse and Hive Students community for at least engaging in the community. And lastly, the people, the jobbers of those communities, the moderators and the higher ups. So that's basically what my post is about. Thank you.
Thank you, Harris. So this is probably a good day to share that post because a form of Thanksgiving is also gratitude. So well done. And by the way, as often
Yeah.
happens, is the person who is presenting wins the HBI, and guess what? You won the first HBI.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That happens more than enough. Thank you, Harris.
All
And
right.
Kitty
Thank you.
Girl, you are up.
Well, this is an update from Woody. He's thinking about shutting his witness down for a bit. Um, he'll be back though. He's just always got so much going on in his life, and with the ups and downs of the politics on the blockchain, he gets a little discouraged at sometimes. But I know it's expensive running a witness too, and it's got a lot of stress behind it, making sure that the thing is running all the time and so forth. So yeah, he's stepping back. But we've got Stress Killer and a couple of others that have recently launched witnesses, so it's not like we're in a deficit at this point. But yeah, maybe pop into this post and give him a little bit of encouragement, and then move your witness vote to Stress Killer or Lewis 88 or one of the others that have recently launched a witness, and give them some support.
And be prepared to go back and give Engine some support when he comes back. Because as you said, he will.
Yeah, that's what I said in the comment on the post, that you'll be back.
Yeah, he's had a lot going on, so he's done well to keep it maintained this length of time. He does, Harris. Do you have a vote available? There's Roswell is joining us. At least, yeah, he's in the. There we go.
Well, I'll drop a link in the chat to vote for Stress Killer if anybody is interested in doing that.
There we go. And Artemis, you are up.
Well, today's daily echo is a really good one. The word is benevolent. Being
Did you
able
want it,
to support,
Artemis? Did you want to
yeah.
drop the link?
Oh,
There it
hitting
is.
enter word. Sorry. So the word is benevolent, and this one's really good because it teaches us that sometimes just breathing beside a person can be all the support they need.
Yeah, that's another one I wasn't sure where it was going to go. Especially when I saw that diamond, I thought, where am I going to go with that? But it worked.
I love it.
Um, was it yesterday or was it the day before that had the ghost-like figures?
The day before.
That one was was interesting. The way AI read the image. It read the image as two figures, and took a while to pick up on the fact that one of them was ethereal and not corporal.
This would be a good post for Harris to read.
Which one? Benevolent?
Yeah. Oh no, Solus.
Ah, soulless. Yes, true.
Kind of goes with the theme of his post.
Mm-hmm. And Amy, you are up. Abinat has joined us. That was worth the wait. Amy, are you with us? Uh-oh. Hope she's not having network issues. She's hopefully just getting her link. Amy, there she is. All right. Tell us about this, Amy. You're muted. There we
Hi
go.
everyone.
Now we can hear your voice.
Okay, so this is the post I made. I think on Sunday. It was an experience I had with a friend. We were on our way home back from service, and she did something very thoughtful, although it's very small. But I love the motive behind that action. She gave me a flower that we saw on the road, and she said something very nice about it to me. And then I felt inspired and thought of writing it. We can be thoughtful in different ways. We can just lend our ears to people who wants to vent. We can just give them a shoulder to cry on or to hug them and all of that. So if you want to get the full gist, you can check on my post and read. Thank you.
All right. Yes, and you're right. We can be thoughtful in many ways, big and small. And often the small ones are the things that matter the most to somebody. They hit right at the right spot. Harris, you are up. All right. Tell us about this.
We all know the recent happenings in Hive, the rise of the Mad King. Mr. Ray, I don't know what happened to him. So he dumped majority all of his projects in Hive. So and Bro token dipped, same as LGN and Chifu token. So somebody, Crypto Eater, Trumpman, and some other persons, they took it up to revive Gifu. I don't know if I pronounce it right, whether it's Gifu or Gifu, I don't know. But then they took it up on themselves to revive Gifu, and this is a post that talks how they plan to go about it. At least it threw some light on how the token will be revived. So currently they are planning to move it. Okay, they've moved it to BSC network, and they are working with uh, some other people in BSC to ensure that the GFU token has utility and will do well for itself. So I think that's all about the post. Thank
All
you.
right. That'll be interesting to see how it does.
Yeah, it is. We're all watching.
Yeah, it's when the value is down that we see where the resilience is.
Um,
Thank you, Harris. And Roswell, you are up. All right. Roswell is posting by text. Roswell says, "It's a pleasure to be back here with you all. I apologize for not being able to speak right now, as I'm in the middle of a meeting at work." Oops, they might kind of catch on that you're here if you do that. The post I'm sharing is part of a reflections initiative within the Shadow Hunters community. I've included one of my poems along with the images. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the photos and the poem. Thank you once again for being able to be with you all. I send you all a warm hug of light. Thank you, Roswell. And yes, don't get in trouble at work. We love that you're here. And Artemis, you are up. And
Well,
Leslie,
we were,
sorry, Leslie has won the 3 HBI.
oh, congrats. A little while ago, we were talking about what Thanksgiving is, and Bobby B has actually given us a short summary. It's actually really interesting. It's really well written about Thanksgiving in the US, Canada, and around the world.
Did he get it right?
I think so. You tell
Ooh.
us.
I was talking about the Canadian part of it.
Oh, yes, you did.
What a lot of people don't realize is the actual first Thanksgiving in North America took place in Canada, what is currently Canada. It wasn't then.
And it was very north, was it not?
Hudson's Bay is pretty north.
That's pretty north.
And it actually was a Thanksgiving for safe arrival after a perilous voyage. So that wasn't a harvest festival Thanksgiving.
That was a thank you, solid land Thanksgiving.
Pretty much. All right, Kitty Girl, you are up.
Well, this is a pretty heavy duty post. It was authored by Three Speak, which of course we know as Starkers
Yeah.
behind the scenes. Um, and he is talking about how Hive has got inflation programmed into it, which is a good thing. But because of our actions with the DHF and so forth, we are causing inflation of a different type to creep into the chain. And it is going to bite us in the butt if we're not careful. So he's cautioning uh, about two or three different things, the way that we uh, the criteria that we've got in our heads for voting on proposals for the DHF funds, and the way that we are using the interest, the APR on staked HBD and so forth, we've got to rethink these things and be careful with them, or we're going to be causing some long-term problems downstream. And he's also looking at value plan spending and looking at a better way of doing that. It's a very heavy duty post. Um, some of it went over my head, but I get the gist of what he's saying. And I think most people here would probably get the gist of it too. But it's definitely something to look at, think about, and see what you can do to contribute.
So keep in mind that that is Starker's opinion on the situation. And
That is true.
the reason I'm saying that is not to shoot Starkers down, but to just comment that we are making an attempt. The High Thrive group is making an attempt to bring on somebody like Block Trades or GTG to get their input as to how they feel about it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Starkers would welcome comments from people that can comprehend the situation on a similar level as he's comprehending it and engage in a discussion with him. I'm sure he would welcome that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
leave comments if you really get the drift of what he's saying and you think maybe that a different route would be sustainable.
Yeah, Starkers
Yeah,
can.
thanks for mentioning that, Shadows. That's a very good point.
Well,
Anytime any of us author something on chain, that's our opinion. Yeah.
we just had the conversation this morning about wanting to get other people's input on the viewpoint. It's it's kind of bothered me that I've been seeing a fairly consistent onslaught at value plan recently. And the unfortunate part of it is the main person who shows up as a component of value plan is hard of hearing and can't come on voice to speak for himself. So we're going to see if we can get somebody that is familiar with value plan to come and talk about it.
Would that be guilty parties?
Yeah, guilt. No, no, it wouldn't be guilty to come and talk about it because guilty is the guy that's got that is hard of hearing, and
Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, he is. He has a hearing issue. So
I do too. At least when my wife calls, I try to ignore it sometimes. But
he has an actual hearing issue.
okay.
He has told me that most of the time he can pick up my voice okay in the channel, but there's other people's that he can't pick up at all. So it makes it very, very hard for him to follow a conversation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can get somebody who can actually hear what's going on to be able to talk about value plan. All right, stress killer, you're up.
Yes, it's loading. Okay. This is from Hidden Blade. She's a creative person. Most of the time, she's posting makeup, which I don't really care about, but okay, that's me. I'm glad I married somebody that doesn't use makeup. Let me put it that way. Um, Natural beauty is what it gives. But this time, she's actually drawing or painting a nice portrait, and it looks really nice. Well done.
Yeah, and I always love when artists put their stages of their work in.
Yes.
It's kind of neat watching how an image develops at an artist under an artist's hand. Oh, by the way, Kitty Girl, thank you for putting that post up. I was looking for it yesterday and couldn't find it. Very nice. She's really done a good job with the shadows on that, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's a hard shadow line on the nose actually that you see in the photo, and you see it coming back in the painting as well.
Yeah, she's done a good job. All right. And Artemis, you're up.
Well, I thought since Alessandra and Bitter Irony couldn't be with us, we could at least see their faces. Here they are having some caffeine imbibing at a really cool place called Kapow, which I just want to go there because of the name.
That must be a shop in Leeds, because that's where they are at the moment. It always gets interesting in creative work hour because sometimes they're in two continents and sometimes they're in the same room. All right, we need some more emojis, folks. Well, that's different, Bobby B. You're if you're gonna share your Thanksgiving post, I will warn you. Artemis already did, so grab
Nanner,
another
nanner.
grab another link. Go for it, Bobby, with another link.
Are you hearing me okay?
I can hear you.
Great. Well, no, I just had a spell where I could back out of the kitchen and wish everyone a happy Turkey Day. And thank you, Artemis, for sharing that little thing I put up today. It's my return to Hive and Web3 and such places. So, and yeah, um, Alice's Restaurant is as you can see from the 60s. Um, it was a wildly popular ditty that had a 3-minute version for radio play, but the thing I posted here is the entire glorious 18 plus minutes of what made Arlo Guthrie really popular. So again, just wishing you all a happy Thursday, and if turkeys are in your line of sight, I hope it turns out tender and moist.
And you don't mean the
I haven't.
two-legged kind.
Oh, I was just going to say I'm looking at a turkey.
tell tell Chris that I just saved his ass.
I'll let him know
Yeah,
later.
yeah, you can gobble it up in many ways, right? We Yeah, I'd mentioned, I think last year we did a process called spatchcocking, which is you split the bird in half, lay it flat, and it cooks in like a third of the time. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, but I always love the dressing done inside the cavity, and when you do that, you haven't got a cavity to put the dressing in.
Very, very good point, Shadows. In my realm, um, people claw over each other to get to the carcass soup that I make from it. So anything I can do to speed up the process is a good thing.
We we used to do Thanksgiving at the trailer, and it used to be a big potluck. And one year, they decided a couple of the older guys that should have known better decided they were going to deep fry the turkeys. Well, that sounded fantastic, but they did not
Hmm.
defrost them.
Ooh!
Oh,
So when the turkey hit the fryer, you can well imagine it launched well up into the air.
Oh God,
uh-huh.
yes.
It was quite a mess, but it was quite a show.
Deep fried turkey is wonderful, but you got to do it right.
That's right.
I actually saw something recently where somebody was using a drone to slowly lower the turkey into the pot so they didn't have to be anywhere near it. It was just the drone flying overhead with a rope. And I thought that was brilliant. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that'd be a great gift.
So we used to do what we called Christmas in July, and it featured deep fried turkeys. We used to deep fry 10 turkeys in order to serve the 200 to 250 people who showed up for it. And one of the things that we were taught right from the get go was you make damn sure that turkey is totally dry before you try putting it in that oil. So we never had any issues with it. It had to be
Mhm.
Did you say
defrosted and
10 turkeys?
10 turkeys, 10, 15 to 18-pound turkeys.
Wow.
That's a lot of turkey. Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
The only drawback it was that when you deep fry a turkey, the oil gets into the bones and it really is no good for turkey soup.
True.
That's the only real drawback, but the meat is so tasty.
Yeah. Good point.
As long as you do it safely. Not still
So
frozen.
how
Pardon?
long do you have to fry them?
Each turkey took about 45 minutes, and we had
Mm.
4 fryers set up.
So
Wow.
it cooks faster than baking.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
yes, very much so.
Spatchcocking a 14-pound turkey took about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. But you can't stuff those deep fried turkeys either, right?
No, you can't. That was
Oh, you
the one thing I missed about it was you couldn't. But we were able to get some dressing made.
yeah. Yeah, I really miss I would do a wild rice apricot stuffing. That was my favorite.
Well, for
Oh,
those
that would
big
be different.
holiday potlucks, there was a lot of Portuguese people in the park, so we ate really well.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. That's true.
Yeah, I think I was there for one of them, wasn't I?
Yeah,
Yes, I do recall some really tasty and unusual dishes.
nothing compares to two things: Portuguese sweetbread and those wonderful egg tarts that they make.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting
Okay, now I'm
times.
hungry.
Okay. Maybe we should let Leslie take a turn so that we're not making everybody hungry. Unless she's
Hey,
sharing about food.
there you go.
Leslie, you're up. Looks like Bobby had to leave us. Get back to the kitchen.
He went quickly. I hope nothing was burning.
All right, Leslie, tell us about this. Or is there some text there that I missed? Oh, I see Alexandra is typing. She's peeking in from dinner, I'll betcha. Okay, Leslie says, sorry I can't speak in the mic. It's almost 11 o'clock here. Well, the post is a response from the Hive learner community that when someone, including doctors, steal the human organs from their body after humans die, I think it's a scam too. You can read the post and share your opinion in comments. And once again, as often happens, oh no, it was Yichi who won the 5 HBI. Leslie earlier won the 3 HBI. Artemis, you're up.
Okay. This is a post by Wolf, or the real Wolf, I think, as people call him. And they're redoing Hive.io. They're updating it and modernizing it. So this post tells us while he was, working on that, he came up with a question, what is Hive to you? Now he's focusing it on, the website, but I thought it was kind of interesting. It'd be an interesting question to answer literally, what is Hive to you?
I would hope that some of the responses from people will end up on the website for outsiders to be able to read and get a sense of.
Hmm. It's a great question.
Well, his answer
Yeah,
would be a good
that's
one.
one of the reasons they're asking it is they do intend to put some of those on the website. Yeah.
Yeah, because I like his answer. Hive is a digital sandbox, place to build, experiment, and grow. It's the space in the crypto and blockchain world I genuinely call home, shaped collectively by its people and free from the control of any single stakeholder. The real wolf is a stakeholder that has been around for pretty much from the beginning. Not somebody you hear a lot from, but he's usually got something interesting to say when he speaks. And Alexander says, we just arrived for Thanksgiving dinner at this crazy place in Leeds called Hickory, the southern tastes of America. Hmm. Should we call the bomb squad already? So go to the UK to eat in the US South, eh? The lengths you'll go to avoid going to the South. Seeing as she's from Texas and she really does, is never in a hurry to go to Texas. All right, kitty girl, you are up.
Well, I thought this was a rather interesting post from Madeline02. I am not a minimalist, although sometimes I wish I were more minimalist than I am. But the question she's answering is from a prompt that was presented about packing your life into a backpack. And it's an interesting mental exercise. If you had to just take a backpack and put the essentials into it, what would go in there? So even if you don't go with the prompt, think about it for a minute and try to come up with an answer.
Just make sure my computer and my accessories are there, along with power packs, preferably a generator.
It would have to be a waterproof, really big backpack to hold my wool.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, good point. You have your wool and your crochet hooks and all in there too. Yeah.
Hey, you might have to define the size of the backpack. Ooh, Yichi double won today. She got the NFT.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice. So Yichi, have you got a post to share today? She's all excited about winning. She forgot about posting or sharing. She does. Told you. She was so excited. She forgot about sharing. We'll give her a few moments to find the link. Anybody else have anything they're wanting to share today? All right. Artemis has dropped a link or a emoji.
Well, I have to admit, I haven't fully read this post. I just found it. But I do know that Alessandra has been working on setting up creative work hour just for Hivians. And it looks like there might actually be even bigger benefits to hang out.
So this she's been doing all of November. If you're in creative work hour and you're a Hivian, they've been staking a um, hive for everybody that's a Hivian in creative work hour.
Sure, it says cornbread on the bag, but it looks like popcorn.
It is Southern corn.
Oh, you're right. I've just read what I wanted to read.
Yeah,
So
instead of Southern born and bred, it's Southern corn and bread.
so Alexandra, when she was talking about the Friendsgiving, she was talking about the um, menu being popcorn, jelly beans, and I can't remember the third item, but it was, it was not exactly a normal food group for Thanksgiving. So I just asked her where the jelly beans was. She showed the popcorn. Ate half of it before she took the photo. Okay, so they didn't just give her a small serving, she ate it. Did you find the link you were looking for, Yichi? Oh, did we lose Yichi? Go for it, Artemis.
Okay, this is actually a really cool post. If you're into strange things like I am, how to create rose infused oil. And it's published by a person named Calendula Craft, which caught my attention because calendula is a flower that's yellow, but when you put it in soap, it turns soap red.
Oh, and being a soap maker, you would know that.
Well, it's one of those things you don't forget because everything is not as it appears to be.
True enough. True enough. Which is maybe why she chose her name, her username,
Makes sense to me.
assuming it's a woman.
But infused, rose infused oil, that would be fantastic.
I'm guessing Abinad knows the person. She said yes. I'm assuming that you meant it is a lady. Yeah, okay, got it. I made the correct assumptions for a change. All right, Yichi, did you find the link you wanted to find? There we go. Go for it. There we go. Ooh, that's a pretty picture. And tell us about this.
Hi, everybody. I did have a short time searching for this link on eSensi because I usually do have issues with eSensi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I finally got it. Yeah, somehow PICD doesn't connect at this time, so yeah, I apologize for the delay. So I came across this author a few days ago on Hive, and she seems to be a really good writer. And this was the first post from her that caught my attention, titled "A Mississippi Year." Um, the post is actually a reflection style piece where the author described how her year has passed
in a blur, almost like in a blink. And one major highlight was the author completing her 4 years at the university. She's an English major, and before completing it, she had so many fears, uncertainties, strike like about the strike actions going on, deadlines to meet, and just so much. But eventually, she graduated, and she ended the post on a very hopeful note about some of the things she hasn't figured out yet, and she hopes to figure out. So I think it's a very beautiful post. I enjoyed reading it.
Very nice. I love that picture, that sunset picture.
Yeah.
At least I'm assuming it's sunset. Artemis, you're on a roll today. Go
Yeah,
for
I
it.
keep finding things. This is about, I don't know this person. He has a podcast, and I see that Shadows and Kitty Girl, you follow him. And I can't find a link to the podcast, but I'd be interesting to listen because Crimson Clad was the guest. We just talked about her the other day. And apparently, she's talking about Hive and making it easy to understand what Web3 and Hive are.
All right. Yes,
The top picture is the link.
Is it?
yeah, you can see the arrow for listening.
Oh, there. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was just too obvious. Oh, well, thank you.
And also, since we're mentioning Crimson Clad, mark your calendar for the 16th of December because she's scheduled to be our guest on Hive Thrive.
Oh, awesome.
That is fantastic news. Love it.
Yeah, apparently, what was going on back when I was trying to get a hold of her and I couldn't seem to get any response out of her was she had lost her dad, and that was all the aftermath was going on. So she's starting to get her head above water now. So it looks like she's getting around a little bit more. All
That's a
right,
tough time in a
it certainly is. Um, he had actually been sick for quite some time, but you still have that aftermath. Kitty girl, you're up.
Well, one of the questions in this week's Ladies of Five contest is if you could have a do over to go back and redo something in your life, what would you do? And we've had some very interesting responses. Um, this one, though, kind of hit home with me because it was such a simple thing, but it had ramifications that a couple of years later she's still regretting. And I actually put a comment on the post to tell her what she might can do to come to terms with it. And I I think it would be an interesting read to see the story um and the contest is still going if anyone wants to enter. You've still got a couple of days to write your entry for it.
And Safi wrote the questions. It's been a while since I've seen Safi.
Yeah, she's been a little bit hard to find here lately,
Yeah?
sadly.
Stuff going on or just not around?
Well, she's had a good bit going on, but she's also been sick too because she
Ooh,
works around children. So, and they're little
a little
germ
jerk.
bombs.
That they are. Well, good to see her name pop up anyways. Great. Thank you, kitty girl. Well, I should mention too, since I was talking about, Hive Thrive stuff coming up, Logic, who's actually the name behind Hive Watchers. is scheduled to be our guest next Tuesday.
I saw that somewhere. I
I've
think
talked
that's
to him.
really interesting.
What were you going to say, Stress?
I said I talked to him last week.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever spoke to him, but I guess I will be on Tuesday. It'll be interesting to see what he's got to say.
Will be interesting to hear how many people will complain.
Oh, I imagine there'll be lots of complaints. I don't always agree with everything Hive Watchers does, but I think that their purpose for being has a value.
It would be a bigger mess without them.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But I guess we'll find out on Tuesday what they've got on their mind. Obviously, they're wanting to kind of reach out to the community a little bit, or he wouldn't have agreed to come on. Anybody else have anything they want to share today? Okay.
Yes, I have one link, but it's not a
Okay.
post.
Okay.
If you go there, type in your name, you can actually see if you're still voting for offline witnesses or not.
Aha. Whose utility is this?
I don't know.
So basically, Stress Killer created this, right?
Nope, I
No?
didn't.
No,
I'm not
it's
going to take
Promersion.
credits.
Promersion. He's one of the witnesses, and he's created a couple of tools. In fact, when Hive forked off the Steam blockchain and we added the ability to delegate resource credits, Promersion was the first person to develop a tool that allowed you to actually delegate resource credits. So yeah, he's had some good
Ah.
stuff.
Well, it certainly shows them up pretty quickly because we just heard about Engine um, today, and both of his are the ones that showed up when I put my name in. So it updates quite steadily. Speak of the devil,
Yes,
look
it
who
does.
shows up.
Yeah, that's a really good tool. Thanks for sharing that, Stress Killer.
Yeah.
Yep. I keep tickling people that I come across that are still voting on inactive witnesses with a small comment like, it might be smart to check your witness votes.
Oh, Seki was here last week, Ichi. Um, Luchelle was here last week, but I'm sorry to hear that she's ill. She's receiving medical attention. We hope she'll be here next week. Yeah. Um, I'm guessing that if she needed medical attention, that's seriously ill. Glad you let us know that. And you've been listening to ShadowsPub host Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. Oh, yeah. Bye, Wilma.